Morning,
Good
good
morning.
afternoon. Hello.
Hello.
I
Oh,
don't know.
I have to get my computer. And I don't have my, and neither do you. Do you
Oh,
have,
don't have the headsets
you
in.
don't have your thing on.
I have my mic on.
And I don't have my mic on. Rookies.
It's like we've never done this before.
Rookies. We are rookies. Forever rookies. And
Happy fall.
happy fall.
Fall has fallen in.
I need a headset. Sorry.
Somebody has just gone for his headset. So, how are you doing today? Falling into a new season, depending which side of the hemisphere you're on, obviously. For us, we are in fall. And we're definitely feeling it today, especially. We've got a little rain and it's a little gloomier than it has been. And then it's set to be 88 this time next week. So, good old climate change. We're never quite sure what's going on. So, what's going on where you are. But no matter what is going on, it is where you are too tight here.
I'm back. I'm good
Your
now.
coffee's right there.
I'm good.
The changing of the seasons, fall, right? Falling into presence, taking stock of where we've been, the longer summer days, that freedom kind of feeling of summer, and then the more inward cycle coming up, getting us ready, that in between, the coming into balance, days and nights being much more equal than they have been. So our days are pulling in, and nights are getting longer, getting us all primed for winter. And for many of us, our lives don't change, right? We still go to work at the same time, we still have the same responsibilities, and so there's a lot that doesn't change. But there are aspects that we can change. He loves typing his hello. And he's back. Hello.
Hello.
Decided to join us, did you?
Did.
Ah,
I'm here.
yeah?
Yeah.
Season change.
Shine forehead there. There you go.
Oh, season change.
Yes, a little season change.
Feeling it?
I'm feeling good.
You're feeling good? Okay. That's good to know.
I'm feeling the season.
Yeah?
Yeah. Hibernation time.
Hibernation time.
Yes.
Crafts. Arts.
Crafts, arts. Reflection.
Reflection.
Fasting. Cleansing. It's all those things. It's that time. What about you? Are you ready?
Not sure one's ever ready,
One's never ready.
but it doesn't matter.
No, it's gonna come. It's coming.
One doesn't have to be ready for the seasons changing. The seasons are changing.
The seasons are.
The seasons are changing. So anyway,
Well, hello everyone. Hi.
hi. I'm wondering about the privacy. Like,
Public.
I did?
I saw it.
Okay. Good job. Good job.
That's why I'm the LA.
Yes. We've appointed Samaj LA.
LA.
It's his new title. He's very happy with it. It's an unpaid position.
Unpaid.
It's a very important one.
Very important and unpaid. It's so important. It's so.
Well, there's no amount of remuneration that one could give for it. So
yes, but
that would be an
one just give
insult.
a little.
And that would be an insult. So yeah, so you might have a personal assistant, your PA. I actually have my LA. He's my life assistant. Available for all things in life.
I thought there were laws against that.
No, because we live under the same roof.
There's
It's
no
exempt.
child labor laws.
Anyway. Let's take a little sip because it is the first Sunday, which is why we've come live. And what are you doing?
She's getting comfortable. Yes, and this is why we're live. Continue.
Yes, this is why we are live, to do a little sit.
lovely sit you are doing.
That's right. We are going to actually start doing some more labyrinth meditations as well. Today we're going to just do a little sit about falling into presence with ourselves, right? Taking stock of where we've come from, harvesting those seeds, and then as we go forward, and I'd really like us to start wrapping in the concept of like radical acceptance, as in, it's one thing making peace with ourselves where we are, which I think is ultimately what each of us is trying to do, right? No matter what it is that we're aiming for, whatever goals we have, ultimately we just want to feel peace in our own skin, right? Ah! There she is.
Well, hello.
Well, hello, darling. We have missed you.
Yes, we have.
Yes, Addie Sundry, we were just talking about you, so that's lovely to see you. Quite lovely. I do hope that you're doing okay, babe, so it's very nice to see you. What was I saying?
Oh, shoot, I can't help you because I got distracted. Oh. Bad connection?
Oh, really?
Really? In terms of what
Is it the sound?
is the sound bad?
Is the sound terrible?
What do we have going on? Oh wait, I don't even have my ears in, so I can't really hear at all. Testing. You want to say something?
Always.
I'm not hearing you.
You can't hear me?
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Oh, there. Okay.
So, don't know what I was
But
saying.
are we? Is that a little clearer? Can someone say, yes, it's clear, or no, it's not?
Silence.
Silencio.
Cheers.
Silencio.
Oh, the radical acceptance I just went back
yes,
to.
the RA.
So wanting to feel peace is that ultimately, I think, is what all of us are wanting to do, right? But oftentimes, it has been a while. Oftentimes, we can then feel it if certain conditions are met, right? That it's quite enough, that it's this, that this isn't going on, or that isn't going on. And I think that the radical acceptance is when we can come into, fall into peace with ourselves, even when it's not going how we would want it. Because, oh, it's her end, she says, because that's when it's challenging, is when it's not going how we want it, and that's when we need our greatest fortitude. That's when we need to be able to dig deep into the practices that we've cultivated over time, so the effects are compounded, so that when we actually need them in that time, that there's a grit there, that there's even in the difficulty, that there's something there that we know we have, that it's there, right? We put it, it's there. And that is a practice that we face again and again and again. So we don't fall into radical acceptance and we're just like, hey, yeah, it's all cool, man, and yeah, whatever comes up, I'm just gonna roll with it. No, that shit will come and tumble you and gag you and have you breathless and smashed onto the floor. And ultimately, when we give up the fight of the fight, right? So it's not giving up the fight, but it's the fight of the fight. It's the giving up the friction of disliking what is going on. So what is going on, right? And we maybe can't stop that. But our resistance to that, our reaction to that, our dislike of that is what causes us the additional friction, the additional stress, what the Buddhists would call the second arrow, right, that we then inflict on ourselves. And that oftentimes self-serves, because then we can feel victim and because of this, and then we can take that role. So there's a whole chain of shit going on there for us to fall into radical acceptance. And life gives us lots and lots of opportunities to practice. So, very kind life, thank you. We get to practice this again and again and again. Right?
Sounds like fun.
It really is. I actually wanted my cards, and they're right there.
Well, I could get them.
Could you? All right, I'll take the computer.
If
you could hobble off over there.
I could just hobble off.
I just hurt the sole of his foot.
I'm going to hobble off. Let me just disconnect.
So he's literally hobbling. How are you doing?
I'm hobbling.
Yeah, he's hobbling. Oh, the sound is good. Awesome. I'm glad you can hear it. In my bag right there on the floor, sweetheart, in the black bag. Thank you. Let's pull a little card for today. Let's see. Thank you. It's like magic, actually. Wasn't that? Look at that. Just
see that, how that happened?
Just happened like magic.
I am magic. I am. Thank you.
Oh, so there we go. What's going on there?
I gotta get myself here.
So so weaving into these things, this radical acceptance of the things that we don't particularly like happening, or things that we might not like happening about ourselves. I'm a bit like a drowned rat, don't I, today? My hair's
a drowned rat.
My hair's all wet. I do, a little bit like that. I was like, oh, I just saw it in the telly.
That would be like, that would be funny.
Oh, it's an expression we use. You don't use that expression?
Oh, yeah, but
you got a bit wet in the rain, like a drowned rat.
But when you think about it, I mean, if it's drowned, then it's just kind of floating, isn't it? It's like...
There we go.
What do we get? Oh, yes.
You're excited, is it?
I'm sorry, that's an excellent one.
There you go.
I'm gonna...
He's all excited. Number 47. Let's have a look.
Excitable I am.
I do. It's very sweet. Protection.
Oh,
I've had this one. You can see up here quite a few times. A starburst of bright energy is enclosed in a diamond shape. Four formless entities encroach on the perimeter of the diamond, but are unable to enter. The bright light within goes on undisturbed, a radiant beacon in the dark. Shielding spells, lucky charms, and amulets ward away the evil eye for as long as human society has existed, and we've practiced apatrochic magic, that which protects the self from harmful unknown. In ancient Egypt and Greece, the smaller or more personal gods called on for protection often differed from the official gods of the overculture. You can see it today when people cross their fingers, knock on wood, or jokingly or no, thank their guardian angel for keeping them out of trouble. In these ways, we ask the universe to keep us safe. The protection card asks us to do the work to turn away harm or negative influences. It's less of a sensationalist warning to protect yourself and more of a suggestion to your inner self to filter out what is or could be harming you. Protecting yourself does not need to spark fear. Well, filtering out, I mean, that's actually what we're saying, is that that's the dropping for the seasons. It's the tree dropping its leaves. It's us shedding what's no longer necessary to take with us from this last season into the next season. So, see that. Imagine this protection as a semi-permeable membrane that serves you and helps you grow and leads you towards your desires that can be let in. They may distract, harm, or weaken you. That which may distract, harm, or weaken will be repelled. How do you protect yourself? Do what you need to feel safe. There are many stones, herbs, and oils and other objects that people across the world have used for protection. Some people call upon their ancestors, spirit guides, or higher power. Others carry pepper spray. Any combination of these may be there. I'm not here to tell you how to protect yourself, that's for you. I'm here to say it would be wise to strengthen up your protections. Well, there you go. Strengthen up your protections. I think as well, like in strengthening up your protections, it also just mean really coming home to yourself and giving yourself what you need, you know, because that's the ultimate way to protect yourself. Because you leave yourself weak when you're not taking care of yourself, then you leave yourself open. So this is a great season to kind of fall into all of the things that we might have fallen out of, right? And fall out of all of the things that we might have fallen into. Choose your fall.
Fall into the Sunday sit. This is a place where you can fortify.
Okay. What can one say? All right. Shall we have a little sit?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Sit.
Let's take a. Can you hear? I don't suppose you can't. You probably can't hear the rain. We have mats outside in the yard, so the rain on them it's really quite lovely. It's quite tropical, isn't it? When it rains, there's a pitter patter, which is very very lovely. Anyway, so come seated. However you might be comfortable today, gently rest the eyes, be that all the way closed or a soft gaze. Resting the palms inside one another. Rest them gently on the lap, or if you're sitting cross-legged, on your ankles, around there, and your calves. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. There's an ease about you. A feeling of being where you need to be right now. Breathing that in. Taking in all the ambient sounds around you. Not trying to be anywhere but where you are. Here the rain is falling. The air is fresh. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. No need to direct the breath, but merely follow it. Breathing in and breathing out. Letting the body breathe itself. Tuning into the rhythm of your own breath, unique to you. Shoulders melting away from the ears. Chest slightly lifted. Chin slightly tucked. The world moves on around you. As you sit. in your own bubble of peace. Nowhere else to be. As you follow the breath, bring into mind the thoughts and worries you've been carrying over the past week. Imagine they're in suitcases and bags, and wallets and pockets, all the places that you've tucked them away to carry them along with you. Imagine this is your pit stop, where you can stop and put down the suitcases. Let them go, put them down. Take off the backpack. Let go of the purses in your hands. Go deep into your pockets, pulling out all the forgotten bits that you've popped in there. Let it all out. It's heavy carrying it around with you. Take a look at all of it. What do you really need? What can you let go? Sometimes when life feels heavy, we forget the burdens that we're carrying. And we wonder why life feels so heavy. Because we've forgotten that once we travelled without all of them. We can't put them all down, but we can learn to get them all out and have a quick look. See what we need to pick back up for the next week, the next season. And carry on. As you pick up what you need to take with you. Becoming mindful of what you next pick up, what you choose to now take with you. Feeling lighter. matter what we're carrying. We can always unpack it, even if we have to repack it. We can always look at it and decide whether we're going to take it with us, or if there's something else we can do with it. We don't have to keep carrying the burdens. We slip our bags back on that we're going to be taking with us. Starting to bring ourselves back. Gently opening the eyes.
Hello.
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 I hope that you've come along with a few fewer bags than you perhaps set off with. And yeah, a little bit of a sit. Is that
Hey,
Debs?
I was
That's
just
right.
seeing
And
that.
I just saw that pop up.
It
I was like,
slipped in while
Annie
my eyes were
Sundry
closed.
and Deb. Deb
Oh.
J! Deb J the host! Deb J, darling, how you doing? You were having surgery and things. The train is awesome.
The train is on, isn't it?
Goes all day and all night, baby.
Yeah.
All day and all night. Woo woo. Yes, it is life definitely going on. And the rain. Oh, can you hear the rain? The rain is super soothing. Like we said, we've got mats outside, so when the rain falls on it, yeah, good friends. Yeah, we're so lovely to see both of you.
Yes.
That's really nice. That is. That's quite a lovely. It's a lovely surprise.
That's a lovely surprise.
Yeah,
For the sit. Thank you.
nice surprise for the sit. So yeah, well that's it for today's sit, and yeah, so good to see you. I bet when we see you next week, it's probably going to be like 80 or 90 degrees. They said so. Watch this space. Oh well, we're not live next week, are we? Hello to Labyrinth. I've been doing that too. Oh, nice. Yeah,
Oh,
the
good.
Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Yesterday was such a magic day at the beach. It was incredible. Haven't been, like I said in the thing, for like 2 months. Been a bit of a hole, a disappear. Anyway, I went back yesterday. I've been to other beaches. I've been going, but just where nobody knows me. And we had a double rainbow. There was a low tide that I wasn't expecting. It was pretty magic. I saw Pat and Ivy, all my friends. It was, yeah. Aw, that's great. I'm glad you guys saw it. Yeah,
Great.
I was there and I was like, you know what, I've really just got to share this, like, because it was just so, there's that sky, you know, when you're over the ocean, that big black cloud and then that slit underneath, and it was just, and then the light underneath the pier was just, I mean, it's just, yeah, this morning at the beach. It's what keeps me. It reminds me every time I go. It reminds me who I am. I remember who I am as life, you know, and the rest of the week seems to. Anyway, yes. I'm happy I got to share that with you. Makes me delighted that you enjoyed it. We'll have more of it for sure. So yeah, not a lot of low tides coming up for the end of the year. I've been looking at my tide charts quite. There's just not a lot. So we'll do it when we can.
Yes, do what you can.
All right, my darlings. Well, we'll have a Sunday sit for you next week at noon. I'm not sure. We were working on one about like frustrating people in your lives. Never saw that come out. Didn't we say that a few weeks ago? So we'll work on that one.
Okay.
All right.
We will get it done.
See you later.
So lovely to see you. Mwah.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining you. We love you.